Hi everyone, my name is Belle and I'm a professional sports bettor. A lot of you probably know me from Discord, Reddit, or from my Patreon. I've decided to create a video that breaks down the different types of hedge betting that I use in order to minimize losses. A lot of you have actually contacted me and said that you've never hedged your bets, which blew my mind. So let's rectify that immediately. I would say there are three major types of betting strategies I use in order to minimize losses. 1. Use the money line and the spread to your advantage. I use this to minimize losses when I think a game will be incredibly close. If two teams are relatively even, it often pays to place a wager on the money line of the team that you think will actually win, and then a wager on the spread of the higher paying underdog in the event that you believe they have the potential to keep the game really close. I'd say betting on the NHL is where I tend to use this strategy the most. In hockey, a really good and recent example of two teams that kept a close score when playing each other this season were probably the Dallas Stars and the San Jose Sharks. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but check their game schedule. Despite being one of the worst teams in the league, somehow the Sharks kept the total within one goal for 2 straight games. No joke, I made a fortune betting on both the Sharks to cover and live betting the Stars money line. Strategy number 2, recognize a lucrative comeback. If you subscribe to my Patreon or see me live betting on Discord, you know that I love a good comeback king. So many people panic when the team they've bet on doesn't start off strong. Either their basketball team is down 20 in the first quarter, or their hockey team is down 2 in the first period. I can't stress this enough. Don't panic when this happens. Instead, perhaps see this as an opportunity to get a great team at a phenomenal price. Keep in mind, betting like this without doing your research can cause losses. So my first piece of advice here is to make sure that you do your homework. That said, if you bet on the best team in the league and they're down 20 to the worst team in the league, they come back more often than not. In fact, it's incredibly rare for them not to. Lastly, number 3, there's no shame in early cash out. In fact, treat it like a strategy. Some bettors think that cashing out early only serves the books. Friends, if you're this bettor, you could not be more wrong. Sure, cashing out early might save the books a couple bucks, but you also guarantee yourself some profit. Sometimes it pays to cash out early and use that generated profit elsewhere. Where MLB is concerned, I cash out early often. The primary reason for this is that in baseball, the entire game can change with a single home run. For example, if it's the bottom of the 8th, and I've got the Dodgers to win against the Padres, and the score sits at 4-3 for the Dodgers, you can bet your ass I'm cashing out. 1, because at this stage, my cash out is probably pretty hefty. But 2, a single run puts my entire profit margin in jeopardy. And in this example, let's call a spade a spade. Padres have some phenomenal hitters. Sometimes, cashing out is a strategy. If the team I've picked goes up 5 runs, or goes up 20 points, my cash out is probably pretty close to 100%. If I suspect even for a second that the team they're beating might decide to show up, I cash out. Sometimes I'll even sprinkle a few bucks on the losing team to come back for incredible odds and a sizable return.